Hey, this is Alex with AFS 401k. It's episode number 55 of Money Hacks, and we're talking about emergency savings. This is such an important foundational piece to our financial picture and financial success. And there was a recent article from the New York Times that said even in this strong economy, most households, most families don't have money set aside for an emergency. And over the last few months, this has probably been the number one area of advice that I've been sharing in one-on-one financial coaching sessions with employees and investors about putting away and setting up emergency savings so that you have enough for today while also thinking about your financial goals for tomorrow and the long-term future. Now, there's just a ton of data. There have been a ton of articles on this. I think USA Today put out a piece and ARP put out a piece that most households in this country don't have $500 for an unexpected expense. So you can find a lot of statistics around the challenges that we all face as consumers and investors on not having enough set aside for emergencies. In fact, we've built out a chart, a hierarchy of financial needs, and our number one piece to that is getting $1,000 set aside for emergency savings, even before putting money into your 401k or 403b. It might sound counterintuitive as the retirement consultants, but we know that without that money set aside for an unexpected expense, when that occurs, then you're going to be pulling money out of your 401k and taking fees and penalties, or perhaps not able to continue participating in the retirement plan. So how do you start accumulating an emergency savings account, or what's the best strategies? I'll give you 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, start today and start small. Even if it's $20, $40, or $60 out of every paycheck, set up a separate savings account and begin putting money in that account every pay period. Start small, get it going, and from there, build on that momentum. The second piece of advice, make it automatic. The New York Times article cited that 82% of American workers have their paycheck direct deposited in their checking account. And most employers allow this. In fact, many employers allow you to direct deposit into multiple accounts. So make it automatic. If you're able to do that, you'll have most of your paycheck going into your checking account at your financial institution, your credit union, or your bank. And then whatever you're setting aside for emergencies, whether it's $20, $40, $100, have it go directly from your paycheck into that separate savings account. We have some other articles and videos on where to put your emergency savings money, and so you should check those out on MoneyNav, but we're generally recommending a separate earmarked savings account or a high yield money market fund. But the number 2 priority is just making it automatic. And then number 3, set a goal. So our initial recommendation is get $1,000 in emergency savings as your number 1 financial priority. After that, there are probably some other steps that are going to be important for you, but ultimately pretty quickly in your financial goals, building up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses for a rainy day. So if you have questions, please feel free to check out MoneyNav or reach out to us. Check out the article from the New York Times. I hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.